I want to start off the show because oddly, we talk about, this is really weird, but we bring up the Beach Boys maybe every third podcast.
Yeah.
Because Chip's parents, his dad especially, big Beach Boy fan. Chip's a Beach Boy fan.
Yes.
Chip, because of his friendships with other comedians and who he is, was able to meet the Beach Boys backstage, right, with your dad. It was a great moment.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Now, Alex,
Yes.
I know Chip has a great Beach Boy story. And one of my favorite things I've ever seen you write about was your experience at a Beach Boys concert
Yeah.
with Mike Love, like a direct confrontation with maybe the most controversial Beach Boy.
Yeah. So my dad, I'm sure similar to yours, Chip, enormous Beach Boy fan. I don't know about your dad. My dad doesn't care if it's Brian Wilson or Mike Love. He just likes the Beach Boys. Like, he's there in the front row.
100%.
If they're playing Beach Boy songs, he doesn't care. He's there. So my parents live in Northern California. There's a venue there called the Mountain Winery where Mike Love performs every summer, and my dad is there every year, no matter what. And I love the Beach Boys too. So if I'm in town, I'll go along with him. A couple years ago, before the pandemic, I took him in Southern California to see Brian Wilson play the whole Christmas album. I love it. I'm a fan. So this is about, I want to say 10, 12 years ago. My dad had tickets to the show to see Mike Love and the Beach Boys, and he had front row seats, and he had a ticket for me, and he had one extra ticket. So I have this buddy who I grew up with, Kayvon, and Kayvon's down to do whatever, whenever. So I call Kayvon up like, hey, you want to roll with us? He's like, sure, I'd love to go. So we're sitting there in the front row. The Beach Boys play 2 sets with an intermission, no opening act.
Mm-hmm.
So we watch the first set. Then there's the intermission. During the intermission, Kayvon and I go up to the concession stand, and Kayvon buys a platter of nachos that is about like the size of like a monster truck tire. It's huge. It's just like this giant. I've never seen a bigger platter of nachos in my life. And so we're up high at the concession stand. As soon as he gets the nachos, we hear the Beach Boys start their second set. And I'm like, all right, Kayvon, let's go to the second half of the show. Let's go down there. And he says to me, I can't go back down there. I've got this platter of nachos. And I was like, what are you talking about?
A Super Bowl size
yes
spread.
The biggest platter. I was like, the Beach Boys do not care if you're eating nachos in the front row. And he was like, no, I can't do it. I was like, come on, you got it. We're here with my dad. Let's go. So he's like, fine. We go down to the front row. If I remember correctly, the Beach Boys were playing Fun, Fun, Fun. And everybody is on their feet dancing. And Kayvon is like, we're dead center. And Kayvon just like sits down and is like slowly eating the nachos while everyone was around him is dancing. And I'm standing, my dad is standing. So, moving to the song. And I see Mike Love zero in on Kayvon while he's singing. Looks down while he's singing and just like focuses in on him and just like glares at him with these like eyes of anger. And then as soon as the song ends, he's like, there's a guy. Mike Love says this. Mike Love says, hey, there's a guy in the front row who's just shoveling nachos in his face while I'm up here singing. And he was like, can I get a spot? And the house guy puts the spotlight to the front of the stage. And he's like, guy, can you take a break from eating the nachos while I'm trying to sing up here? And it's a super awkward interaction. And Mike Love turns to the drummer and says like, hey, can I get a rag so this guy can wipe the damn nacho cheese off his face?
Oh my!
The drummer tosses an unused sweat rag to Mike Love. Mike Love hands it to my friend. It's like, wipe that cheese off your face. And he wipes the cheese off his face. Meanwhile, my dad still has that towel. My dad being a huge, as soon as we walk out, my dad is like, give me that towel.
It's like Elvis's, yeah.
And for the rest of the show, in between songs, Mike Love would check in with Kayvon about the status of the nachos, just horribly like bullying him.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I love everything about that story. Just because at that age, like, how old were you?
Oh, I'm like fully an adult. I'm probably
you're an adult. Okay.
Yeah, I'm probably like 30 years old.
Oh my God, that's
we're
men
at this
you're
point.
Men.
We're men.
You're just men eating nachos.
Eating nachos being pushed around by Mike Love. Yeah, this is probably like 2010. So yeah,
that's
I would guess I'm about
I
30.
love that the song that preceded it was fun, fun, fun. Everybody's in a
He was
great mood.
Having none of that.
You
No.
couldn't possibly have more Beach Boys fun, and then the last notes, and then it's just darkness. Darkness prevails.